What's up, Film Jammers? This week we're taking a look at being a freelance camera person. A lot of people ask me, what's the best way to get new clients? Is it running a Groupon ad, or ordering gilded business cards, or showering your clients with Lady Gaga concert tickets? Or will buying an expensive camera package get you more work? Let's take a look. So I think when getting into the film industry, one thing that a lot of filmmakers immediately do is they long for the most expensive camera. I know I did. Maybe some of us think it'll make our work better having a more expensive camera or make us more marketable. But I think I've seen this backfire more than I've seen it work out. So I'm going to talk about some pros and cons about getting an expensive camera package early on in your career. I've seen filmmakers spend a ton of money. A new Alexa or a Red camera package can cost upwards of $50,000, and then not spend the money to get the support gear and the accessories to make it a fully functional camera package. Full disclosure, we own an Alexa Mini here, but it took us almost 20 years to feel comfortable enough to invest in one. When I started out, I had smaller camera packages. I had a DVX100, Panasonic HVX200, the T2i, a Canon 7D. And so I only needed smaller tripods and minimal rigging to get these cameras functional and to get them handheld. But with heavier and more expensive camera packages, you also need more robust support gear. You need a heavy-duty tripod that can cost thousands of dollars. Instead of using smaller and more affordable gimbals like, say, a Ronin S to do those moving shots, now you're gonna need a Ronin 2 or something similar to that can cost almost $10,000. I've also seen people go out and spend big money on a Red camera, and then they don't buy enough media to get them through a day of shooting. Red media is pretty expensive. Again, it's, thousands of dollars. Are you seeing a pattern here? All these accessories are thousands of dollars, whereas with a smaller camera, you can literally buy the whole package for a few $1,000s. The accessories on high-end camera packages can cost more than the entire package for a budget camera package. Not having enough batteries is another thing I've seen go wrong when people buy a high-end cinema camera. I've seen a new owner-operator one time on a shoot brought out his new Red camera and he didn't have enough batteries to get through the shoot. The shoot had to stop and they had to go rent more batteries because he didn't have it in his package. The producers scrambled and it wasted a ton of time. So if you're planning to buy an expensive cinema camera package, make sure you invest the money and buy the accessories and the support gear that will make it fully functional. Having an expensive camera package but not enough support gear can actually backfire on you, basically crippling the camera if you don't have the right equipment to make it work properly. Think about playing Dungeons and Dragons without a 12-sided die. Crazy. Or just buy a more affordable camera that you can fully kit out and accessorize. Personally, I'd rather have a less expensive camera package with all the bells and whistles that let me do my job properly instead of an Alexa or a Red without any accessories. Confucius say, "A DSLR that can shoot all day is better than Alexa with no media and batteries." Now, on the flip side of this, I will say that having a high-end cinema camera and having it fully kitted out with all the accessories has in the past opened me up to a gig. If a producer is looking for an owner-operator and you have the camera that they need for their shoot, it's more probable that they're gonna call you instead of a different operator that maybe has to rent the camera and is less experienced with it. So having a cinema camera that you're very comfortable with can also be a good thing too. Marketability. Does having an expensive cinema camera make you more marketable to your clients? I've had some colleagues tell me that having their high-end cinema camera listed on their website shows their potential clients that they're pros. I think that can be true to an extent, but a lot of our clients, actually most of our clients, don't care what camera we film on. Typically, they'll look at our demo reel and our other examples of work on our website, and if they like those, they'll typically want to hire us. Not all producers or clients are tech savvy. Sometimes they won't know the difference between a Canon T2i and an Alexa Mini. And that's okay. You can use your demo reel and your previous work to sell them. You don't necessarily need an expensive cinema camera listed on your website to attract big clients. Focus on creating great content first. Now, on the flip side, if a client is searching for a specific camera and you have that camera listed on your website, there's a good chance they might give you a call. But I wouldn't count on it getting you hired all the time. It's more the exception than the rule, in my experience anyway. There are so many cameras that filmmakers have access to nowadays, and even the budget cameras can make great pictures. But one thing that can set you apart from your competition, it isn't that $50,000 cinema camera. It's investing in great lighting and hiring talented crew. A great camera with no lighting isn't going to magically make your shots better, unless you're Gandalf, Professor McGonagall, or Merlin. If you use a normal or even a budget camera but have great lighting, you're going to have much better results. Sure, there are exceptions to this if your natural lighting is great, but to me, having a good lighting kit that can adapt to the situation is a much better investment than just investing in a high-end camera alone. Plus, lighting gear has a lot longer lifespan than cameras do these days. So if you spend a little bit more on lighting, chances are in 10 to 15 years down the road, you can still use those lights. Whereas those $50,000 Alexas and Reds from 10 years ago, they're going for pennies on the dollar now on eBay. It's quite a sad story. The other side of this is crew. Hiring talented, professional crew to surround yourself with is a great way to make you and your company produce better work. In my experience, showing up on a job with a solid, professional crew was more impressive to my clients than how big or how expensive our camera package was. So I'm not trying to discourage you from getting a high-end camera package. I do think that there can be a lot of benefits to having an expensive camera. I just don't think that putting $50,000 into your camera package is the first thing that you should do if you're just starting out. Unless you're rich and $50,000 is like just buying a new pair of shoes, then yeah, go get that Alexa. And I hate you for your old money. Some of us had to work for it. And I do think there are other ways to attract clients and show them how great your work is. Create an amazing demo reel. Hire great crew. Have a positive attitude on set. Invest in a great accessory kit for your camera and a nice lighting package. In the long run, I think these will earn you more jobs and bigger paydays. Then when you've paid off your C100 or Blackmagic Pocket camera or whatever budget camera you choose first, then you can step up to a bigger camera. All right, well, that's my thoughts on buying an expensive cinema camera to get you more work. Let me know what worked for you down in the comments. If you found this video helpful, please make sure to like and subscribe for new content every Tuesday and Friday. Ooh. Sometimes they're impressed by how big the camera package is, but not everyone. It's not for everyone.